हेलो hello everyone, good afternoon. कैसे हैं आप लोग? So each and every candidate who is present here, can you please confirm me that this sound and the background are both the things clear? So if they are clear, we are starting with this SSC CGL 2026, the Tier 1 live test, which I hope you all have attended. So let's have the discussion on this particular part, and yep, we'll be having the solutions as well. So before starting forward, moving forward, I just want the confirmation that each and everything is clear from my end. So please let me know. Everything is clear? Fine. So guys, the first question which you people have is, or dash is the expenditure incurred for the purposes other than the creation of physical or financial assets of the central government. So is it capital expenditure, is it revenue expenditure, is it plan expenditure, or is it the non-plan expenditure? So what should be the correct answer, guys? So the correct answer is going to be a revenue expenditure. So revenue expenditure is the expenditure which is incurred for the purposes other than the creation of physical or financial assets of the central government. Now, then what is this capital expenditure, and let's have a discussion on that as well. So guys, if I'll move forward with this part, so just a single second, 1 minute. Uh, yeah. So here, if I'll talk about this capital expenditure, let me mark here also. Yeah, so if I talk about this capital expenditure, so it is spent on creating the physical or financial assets. For example, it may be infrastructure development, it may be building construction, or it may be purchasing the machinery. In the similar manner, if I talk about this plan expenditure, so what is it? So if I talk about this plan expenditure, it refers to the spending outline in the government's 5-year plans, which can include both capital and revenue expenditures. And what are non-plan expenditures? So they are not the part of 5-year plans. So it may include the interest payment, they include the pensions, and they also include the subsidies. Subsidies which can be linked, like for the latest example, we can talk about the cylinder subsidies, which includes that Ujjwala Yojana and all. So yep, they all come under the non-plan expenditure. So yep guys, each and every candidate who has actually given answer here, revenue expenditure, that is option number B, was correct. Next, what is the next question? Next question is, you have to connect with the list 1 with the list 2, that is seasons with the Indian calendar. So Vasant is linked with what, Grishma is linked with what, Varsha and Shishra. So you have 4 options. Let me check who all are giving the correct answers here. So everyone is requested to start answering, please. So see, if I talk about this Vasant, so Vasant is actually linked with Chaitra and Vaishak. So yes, for the first part, if I sorry, it is linked with this Jest and Asad. So guys, can you please answer me? What should be the correct answer according to you people? Because in most of the cases, you can even go with the explanations. So how we can, sorry, this elimination part. So how this elimination works? So for example, guys, if I'm aware of that one of the option is, for example, I'm aware of that one is matched with B. So if it is linked, Vasant is linked with this Chaitra. So obviously I can eliminate B and C options. So just a second, let me go in the same manner. Yeah. So since I'm aware of first is actually matched with B, so B and C options are already eliminated. Now what is left? Sir, let's move forward with the second part, that is Grishma. Now Grishma is linked with what? So Grishma is actually linked with this Jest or Asad. So second option is matched with D. So in this manner, this option is also eliminated. We need not know each and everything for giving the correct answer. So in this manner, you can go with option number D. Is it okay, guys? So I'll request you all people. So whenever you are attempting the paper, please try to use these methods. It is going to be very, very beneficial. Fine. Okay, so this part is sorted. Let's move forward to the next part now. Uh, just a single second. So yeah, yeah. So the correct answer was option number D. So these are the lists. You must remember this. So Vasant is linked with Chaitra to Vaishak, which is March to April in English calendar. Grishma, Jest and Asad, and then Varsha, Shravan and Bhadra, Shraddha, that is Ashvina and Kartike, uh, Hemant, that is Brakshasha, to pause. Some of the Hindi medium societies actually say that it is pause, something like that. In the similar manner, Shishra, it is actually linked with Magh to Fagun, which is January to Feb. So yes, option number D was the correct answer. Next. Which of the following pair is not correctly matched? So is it Manjara and Godavari, Tungabhadra Krishna, Bhavani or Kaveri, or is it Bhim Godavari? So see, Manjra Godavari is correct. Tungabhadra Krishna is again correct. So for Tungabhadra, you can link it with the Krishna Dev Rai's empire, which is in Hampi basically, right? So similarly, Bhavani Kaveri, they are correct. The incorrect option is option number D. So which is not correctly met, it is option number D. Fine. So Koina, Tungabhadra, let me mark it for you people. Yeah. So Koina, Tungabhadra, and Bhim. So they are the major tributaries of the river Krishna, right? So if I talk about Godavari, so Godavari is the largest peninsular river system. It is also known as Dakshin Ganga. This name is again and again asked in the examination. It rises in the Nasik district of Maharashtra and discharges its water in the Bay of Bengal. So Penganga, Indravati, and Pranhita and the Manjra, they are the principal tributaries. If I talk about the origin of this Kaveri, so Kaveri rises in the Brahmagiri hills of the Kodagu district in the Karnataka, and its tributaries are Kamini, Bhavani, and Amravati. So yes, let's move forward to the next question now. So next question is, consider the following statements about the group of monuments in Hampi. Hampi, this is actually the South Indian part where it was linked with Krishna Dev Rai, right? And yes, we were talking about the tributaries of the Krishna River. So this is the main location. So the first option is, it is located on the banks of Tungabhadra River. It's absolutely correct. Second, the Virupaksh temple within the site is the oldest functioning temple dating back to the 7th century CE. That's absolutely correct. But the stone chariot at Hampi served as a ceremonial vehicle that was actually moving during the royal processions. That is wrong. So C is not the correct answer. What is the correct answer? Only 1 and 2 would be the correct answer, right? So yes, only 1 and 2 is the correct answer. So option number 3 was incorrect because the famous stone chariot located at the courtyard of the Vittal temple complex is one of the Hampi's most iconic monument, sorry, and it is a shrine dedicated to Garud. Garud, that is actually the vehicle of Lord Vishnu. In the similar manner, if I talk about mouse, so mouse is the vehicle for Lord Ganesha. You must be aware of or crow, that is for the Shani Dev, and also these type of things are asked in the examination. Next question is, which of the following group is also called alkali metals? Answer. So see, we are aware of, if I talk about alkali metals, so there are total 118 elements, correct? And in those 180 elements, so if I talk about this arrangement in the modern period table, which was given by Henry Moseley, so there are 18 different groups. And in those 18 groups, the first group is alkali metal. What is that? Alkali metals. So in that, except hydrogen, all are metals. Hydrogen is a non-metal. So alkali metals are in the first A group. Second A group, that is alkaline earth metals. If I'll talk about 18th group, that is your halogens, and the 18th group, that is noble gases, and 17th group is halogens. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is going to be option number D, that is 1A. Next, which of the following is a group of primitive vertebrates having large jawless sucking mouth, no limbs and no paired fins, and a completely cartilaginous skeletal with a persistent notochord? So guys, what is notochord? So notochord is basically a rod-like structure which is present on the dorsal end, right? So animal kingdom is divided into two different parts. One is, if during any stage of development, if that notochord is there, that particular animal is considered to be vertebrate. If that is not there, so that is known as none or not non-chordate. So basically, animals are divided into two different categories. Here, what is the correct answer, guys? Please tell me. So if I talk about this part, so guys, here the correct answer is going to be your cyclostomata. As we are aware of that arthropoda is the largest uh, phylum of animal kingdom. Please remember this, right? So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is cyclostomata. And let me use marker and pen here so that I can make you understand in a better way. Just a single second required. Okay, so is there any sort of doubt, guys? If there is, please let me know. If not, we can move forward. Okay, so let me choose the pen. Yes. So if I'll talk about this arthropoda portion, oh, unable to write it. 1 second. Okay, fine, no worries. So moving forward here, so arthropoda was the one that is actually known as the largest animal kingdom phylum. So all those insects actually come under this category. Next, what is the next question? So identify the correct group regarding the Vijayanagar Empire during the medieval times. So Rayas were the rulers and Nayaks were the priestly class. That is wrong. So Rayas were actually the rulers and Nayaks were the military chiefs. So we were discussing about Krishnadev Raya. We were talking about that Hampi Empire, right? So here you can link it with that part. So if I'll talk about those Vijayanagar kingdoms, so the rulers of the Vijayanagar actually called them Rayas, and the military chiefs were actually Nayaks. So yes, option number B is going to be the correct answer. What is the next question? The next question is, which of the following is not a part of original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court? Dispute between the center and the states? No. Dispute between the two or more states? No. Enforcement of the fundamental rights? No. The recoveries of damages by a state against the center? So guys, if I'll talk about this part, so option number D, that is not the part of original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. So if someone asks you about the article, please remember that is Article 32 of the Constitution that gives an extensive original jurisdiction to the Supreme Court in regard to the enforcement of the fundamental rights. Fine. Next, what is the next question? The next question is, Hemis festival is celebrated in the Hemis monastery in the Ladakh during which period? So is it summer, winter, autumn? So guys, here the correct answer is going to be your monsoon. So Hemis festival is celebrated in the Hemis monastery in the Ladakh during monsoon period. So why is it celebrated? So it is celebrated to mark the birth of Guru Padmasambhav, and the festivals last for the period of 2 days, right? So this festives include singing, handicrafts, and famous Chamba dance. Okay, next. Which of the following states did not have sex ratio less than 900 uh, according to the census 2011? So Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, or Sikkim. So the correct answer is going to be your Haryana over here, right? Sorry, the correct answer is going to be Rajasthan over here. Let me show you the this sex ratio census. So this was 2001, this is 2011. So we were talking about Rajasthan. So see, 921 in 2001 and 928 in 2011. So yes, Rajasthan is the correct answer. Next, which of the following Mahajanpad was monarchical in nature? So Asak, Gandhar, Mal, or Vajji. So there were total 16 Mahajanpads. And where do we find it? So apart from our history, even in Mahabharata, it's clearly mentioned that there were 16 Mahajanpads in which Kaushal was there, this Gandhar was there, Mal was there, Asak, Vajji, all these things were there. So Gandhar was monarchical in nature. So here I have explained this also. So there are total 16 Mahajanpads, out of which some were monarchical in nature and some were republics. So the 16 Mahajanpads were Ang, Magad, Kashi, Kaushal, Yajji, Mall, Chedi, Yamsa, Kuru, Panchal, Masha, Surasen, Asak, Avanti, Gandhar, Kamboj. And Mahajanpads which were monarchical in nature were Gandhar, Kamboj, Kashi, Vats, Avanti, Chedi, Kuru, Panchal, then Matsya, Ang, Kaushal, Magad, and Sursen. But if someone asks you about the republic, so it is Asak, Mal, and Vajji. So you need to remember these names because these are directly asked. So here, Gandhar, which is given in the first question, that is the question which was asked. Next, what is the next question? Next was, uh, which of the following is or are the impact of green revolution in India? So green revolution, जिसको हम लोग सर हरित क्रांति के नाम से भी जानते हैं, right? So if I talk about this green revolution part, so self-sufficiency in the food grain production, that's absolutely correct, no doubt about it. Monocropping pattern, again that is correct. So if I talk about reduction in the regional disparities, that is wrong. So it is not linked with it, right? So the correct answer is going to be your option number C. Sorry, they are asked which are the impacts. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2, that means option number B will be the correct answer. So option number B, that is 1 and 2 only. Is it correct? So if you have any sort of doubt, you can let me know. So here the correct answer was option number B. Next, what is the next question? Moving forward to the next question. Which of the following, green revolution we have discussed. Next is, which of the following is true regarding primary deficient in budgeting? So primary deficit is equal to fiscal budget minus interest payments. Primary deficit is equal to capital expenditure minus capital receipts. Primary deficit is equal to total expenditure minus revenue receipts plus non-debt creating capital receipts. Or is it primary deficit is equal to total expenditure minus total revenue? So what is the correct answer? So guys, in this case, we are aware of that option number A, primary deficit is equal to fiscal deficit minus interest payments. That is option number A is the correct answer. If I'll move forward, yeah. So just have a look. Oh, 1 second. Yeah. So here, so primary deficit is the difference between the current year's fiscal deficit and the interest paid on the borrowings of the previous year. So primary deficit is equal to the fiscal deficit minus interest payments. So it indicates the borrowing requirements of the government by not taking into account the expenditure incurred or the interest payments. So fiscal deficit is equal to the total expenditure minus revenue receipts plus non-debt creating capital receipts. So the correct answer was option number A. Next, what is the next question? The next question is, when was first ever cricket ODI match played? So was it January 5th, 1982, 1968, 77 or 71? So the first match which was played between the Australia and England, that was played on January 5th, 1971. So 1971, and now where it was played, so Melbourne Cricket Ground, it was played there, that is MCG ground. So first 3 days of test was washed out. Official decided to abandon that match, instead play a one-day game consisting of 48 balls overs per side, and this was the time when which actually gave birth to the ODI cricket. But at that time, ODI overs used to have 60 overs match. Then part 15th of the Constitution of India deals with what? So is it Union Public Service Commission, trade, commerce and intercourse within the territory of India, or elections and election commission of India, or scheduled and tribal areas? What should be the answer? So part 15 is linked with the election and election commission of India. So part 15, that is article 324 to 329 of the Constitution of India, deals with the elections and the election commission of India. And yes, the election to the House of the People, to the Legislative Assembly of every state shall be on the basis of adult suffrage. That is, every person who is citizen of India who is not less than 18 years of age, they can vote, right, or on such date as may be fixed in that behalf under any law made by the parliament. So yes, this is the correct answer. Next, in September 2025, where did the BSF establish India's first dedicated drone warfare school? So it was in Tekanpur, Madhya Pradesh. So option number A is the correct answer. So BSF school equips officer and jawans with training in UAV operations and counter drone tactics. So it includes facilities for simulators, live flying zones and night operations. So yep, it was inaugurated in 2025 and will train personnel in drone operations, counter drone tactics, surveillance and related technology as a part of modern border security preparedness. Next, what is the next question? So here there's an assertion and reason which is given. You have to choose the correct option. So assertion is, the Bharat Vistar platform launched in Feb 2026 is designed as a voice first AI digital public infrastructure to ensure inclusivity for farmers across India. The second statement is, that is the reason, by utilizing a telephonic helpline, that is 155261, and voice input output features, the platform enables farmers with simple feature phones to access the critical agricultural data without needing a smartphone or internet. So what should be the correct answer? So since we are aware of statement A is also true, R is also true, and R is the correct explanation of A, and hence option number A is the correct answer. So guys, is it okay? Is there any sort of doubt? If yes, please let me know. So this part is clear? Fine. Next. So this structure represents what? So guys, this structure, in this you can find that there are bonds which are actually moving to the next part. So this structure is of benzene. Formula is C6H6, and when two benzene structures are combined together, they form naphthalene. So naphthalene, in the naphthalene structure, there are two similar type of structures which are combined together, that is naphthalene. But here the correct answer is benzene, and benzene is a hydrocarbon, or basically it is a cyclic unsaturated hydrocarbon. Why? Because single bonds are saturated, double or triple bonds are unsaturated. So yes, benzene is a unsaturated hydrocarbon cyclic structure. Then next question. In October 2025, which country announced the K visa to attract global science and technology professionals without requiring a prior job invitation? So what is the correct answer? So is it Germany, US, China or Japan? So guys, here the correct answer was China. So more about it. So China's K visa is targeted especially at STEM professionals to help boost innovation and retain the global talent. Fine. Next is, which of the following statements regarding the cloud forms is or are correct? So cirrus are high altitude detached clouds. That's absolutely correct. Astrostratus are thin sheets of gray or blue colored clouds. That is again correct. Cumulus are characterized by the wavy layers of the round form. Guys, what do you think? Which is the correct option? So as all the three statements are correct, so that's why I'll be going with all A, B and C. So yep, these are the explanations here. Next. Consider the following about the soil formation. So option number one is, sorry, statement number one is, soil doesn't contain the organic matter at all. Option number B, statement number two, dissimilar bed rocks may have similar soils. So which statement is incorrect? So guys, we are asked about incorrection. So option number A is absolutely incorrect. Why? Because soil contains the organic matter. How plant grows? It has all those organic matters. It has everything, because of this life is supporting. So yes, option number one is incorrect, guys. Next, what is the next question? Ustad Ghulam Mustafa Khan, who was awarded the Padma Vibhushan in 2018, was an exponent of which gharana of Hindustani classical music? So Jaipur Atroli, Bhindi Bazaar, Rampur Sezwan or Gwalior? So guys, the correct answer would be Rampur Sezwan, but more things which are important here are, so Ustad Ghulam Mustafa Khan was a celebrated uh, Indian classical musician in the Hindustani classical tradition who belonged to Rampur Sezwan Gharana. But most important thing is, he is the receiver of several awards like Padma Shri in 1991, Padma Bhushan in 2006 and Padma Vibhushan in 2018. So yes, that is very important, very relevant for the examination as well. Next, according to which law the force of attraction between two charges is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them? So is it Boyle's law? Is it Coulomb's law? Is it Charles' law? Or is it ideal gas law? What should be the answer? So guys, if I talk about Coulomb's law, so what does it state? So if there are two charges, one is Q1, let me write it for you. So if there are two charges, one charge is Q1 and another charge is Q2, so force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them, right? So F is equal to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. So force of attraction into charges inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. So here's the point, and it is given by Coulomb only. So yes, the correct answer is going to be our option number B. Next, and the last question. So the last question of the day is this. So consider the following statement regarding the Indian tea industry and recent government announcements. So first option is first statement is India is currently the third largest exporter of tea in the world. That's wrong. So first statement is wrong. Second is, which of the following has launched the Chai Sahyog app specifically for the welfare and support of India, so the tea industry labor? So which of the following statement is or are correct? So guys, please tell me, what do you think? Which of the following statement is correct? So waiting for the answer, please. So all the candidates who are present here, I want this answer from you people, and I guess you people can answer, because for the T part we must be aware of all these things. So guys, it is asked which of the following statement is correct, and also, as already told you, first statement is wrong. So second statement is, the government has launched this Chai Sahyog app specifically for the welfare and support of tea industry labor. That's correct. So yep, only option B would be the correct answer. That's what I told you. So some important things are, India is actually second largest producer and one of the largest consumer of the tea globally. So tea exports from India have risen in recent years. So with strong demand from Middle East and Western markets. So Tea Board of India is the principal body managing welfare, exports and industry development. Small tea growers contribute over 50% of the tea production in India. Government supports packages include 1000 crore assistance for tea workers alongside digital initiatives like Chai Sayo. So yes, these were the questions from this test, and I will request each one of you, if you have not given this test, please regularly give tests. And if you want to take any of the batches, what you can do, you can just go to the Oliveboard's website, and in Oliveboard's website you will find courses here, and in this courses part you can join any of the elite series. I'll just show you. So if I'll talk about this SSC Super Elite, so it has all English medium courses. SSC Super Elite, all English medium courses. But the best part would be if you are going with SSC Railway Super Elite, so it includes both English and Hindi medium part. So what you can do, if you want to enroll in it, so you can just select your batch. So here are all the details about the faculties which are given here, right? And if you want to join it, you can just go with the buy now option. And here we have SSC plus Railways Elite, and today special offer is also going on the occasion of this Women's Day. So that is W Day is the coupon code for that. So it includes 850 plus tests for all SSC and railway exams. It includes the mock test for SSC CGL tier 1 and 2. It also includes the mock test for all other SSC examinations. Then it has a test for railways as well, as ALP, NTPC, Group D, JE, etc. So it is mentioned here. So if you want to go with 12 months or 24 months of package, so for maximum discount you can use the code WDAY. So when you will apply this coupon code, you will be getting the batch with the maximum discount, and yes, this is the maximum discount which you will be getting. So thank you for being such a wonderful audience. We'll meet in the next class. So from tomorrow we'll be starting our regular classes at 2 p.m. So we'll be meeting there, and we'll be having introduction tomorrow. So let's have a orientation session tomorrow, and yes, there we'll be having lots of animations, lots of images, lots of examples in order to make your exam clear. Okay, so guys, we'll meet tomorrow at 2 p.m. Till then, please take care, and in the comment section please tell how was this class. So if you liked it, please let me know in the comment section, and if you have any doubts or queries, you can also put up that in the comment section. After the class, I'll just take up your doubts and revert it there. Okay guys, bye bye, take care, Jai Hind, love you all, take care.